Good day, everyone. I am Arcel A. Soriano, second year, taking up Bachelor of Elementary Education at Laguna State Polytechnic University, Lopez Satellite Campus, and welcome to my Wix website. This website contains all my works and learnings, and I created this for educational purposes as well as in partial fulfillment of the requirements in the subject GAC 107, which is Science, Technology, and Society. I have here a 9 categories of my works. The first one is my autobiography, which contains of my personal information. I was born on September 16, 1999 at Lopez, Quezon. I am a daughter of Victor B. Soriano and Marilyn J. Argudo. I have one brother, his name is Ardin Soriano, and I am the youngest. I live in our house address at Barangay Veronica, Lopez, Quezon. I, together with my family, lived there for many years. At age of 7, I was started my elementary days at Veronica Elementary School and graduated with honor. Also, I proceeded my junior high school at Veronica National High School. During that, I am formerly member of Supreme Student Government at almost 3 years. I also graduated with honor. During my senior high school, I took technical vocational livelihood track with a strand of bread and pastry production, food and beverages services, and cookery. For the first two strands, I hold a national competencies which is in C2, and I graduated with high honor and different awards. Before I proceed to my college, I stopped 1 year because of my family problems. During that, 1 year I experienced to work at Xerox copier shop at Morang Rizal, but after that I would came back to my study and now I was second year college and hopefully success in my journey that I want to become. In my 21 years of existence in this world, I already experienced so many things for being a crying baby until I entered to this age, where I am no longer a child. I am matured enough to have my own decisions in my life but not literally independent for now. And now let's proceed to the next category, which is importance of science, technology, and society. The importance of science, technology, and society is to give an insight for the student, understanding and knowledge of technology, science, and knowledge for the viewpoint of the humanities and the social sciences. Throughout the course of the students will become familiar with amendments of social and cultural analysis of modern science and technology and interaction with social, political, economical, and cultural purposes of change. And now, let's proceed to my video lesson which is about history and approaches and gen therapy. Good day, everyone. I am Arcel A. Soriano, second year college, Section A, taking up Bachelor of Elementary Education at Laguna State Polytechnic University, Lopez Satellite Campus, and I am your reporter for today. Before I start to my topic for today, I have here an jumbled letters and all you need to do is arrange it until you form it into one word. Are you now ready? The first jumbled letters is this. The second one is this. And the last one is this. For the first jumbled letters, the correct answer is gen therapy. For the second jumbled letters, the correct answer is therapeutic. And for the last one jumbled letters, the correct answer is cell. Did you get the correct answers? Okay, very good. Okay, let's move on to my topic. My topic for today is all about approaches and gen therapy. But before that, I will present to you first the history of gen therapy. On 1960s, the concept of gen therapy was introduced. During the 1972 Friedman and Drublin authored a paper in Science titled Gene Therapy for Human Genetic Disease, and for the year 1984, a retrovirus vector system was designed that could efficiently insert foreign genes into mammalian chromosomes. In year 1990, the first approved gene therapy in the U.S. took place on September 14, 1990 at the National Institute of Health under the direction of William French Anderson. A 4-year-old Ashanti de Silva received treatment of a genetic defect, the left of her with ADAS-CID, a severe immune system deficiency. Year 1992, Dr. Claudio Bordinon performed the first procedure of gene therapy using hematopoietic stem cells as vectors to deliver genes intended to correct hereditary disease. In year 1999, the death of Jesse Helsinger in a gene therapy experiment. Year 2003, a research team inserted genes into the brain for the first time. They use liposomes, which, unlike viral vectors, are small enough to cross the blood-brain barrier. Year 2006, the successful use of gene therapy to treat 2 adult patients for X-linked chronic granulomatous disease. Year 2007, the first gene therapy trial for inherited retinal disease. Year 2010, an 18-year-old male patient in France with beta thalassemia major had been successfully treated. Year 2011, medical community accepted that it can cure HIV, as in 2008. Jero Hatter has cured man from HIV using gene therapy. Year 2011 to 2015, research is still ongoing and the number of diseases that has been treated successfully by gene therapy increases. Now that you already know the history of gene therapy, let's find out the approaches in gene therapy. In gene therapy, it have 2 approaches. The first one is in vivo gene therapy, and the second one is the ex vivo gene therapy. In vivo gene therapy, it is the direct delivery of genes into the cells of a particular tissue in the body. It means that the therapy is administered directly to the patient. The targeted cells remain in the body of the patient. It also refers to when research or work is done with or within an entire living organisms. Examples can include studies in animal models or human clinical trials. In vivo gene therapy, as I said earlier, it is direct delivery of therapeutic gene into target cells into the patient's body. It is carried out by viral or non-viral vector systems. It can be the only possible option in patients where individual cells cannot be cultured in vitro in sufficient numbers. Example is the brain cells. In vivo gene transfers is necessary when cultured cells cannot be reimplanted in patients effectively. Example of in vivo gene therapy. Therapy for cystic fibrosis. In patients with cystic fibrosis, a protein called cystic fibrosis transmembrane regulator is absent due to a gene defect. In the absence of CFTR, chloride ions concentrate within the cells and it draws water from surroundings. This leads to the accumulations of sticky mucus in respiratory tract and lungs. The treated by in vivo replacement of defective gene by adenovirus vectors. Let's see these photos. In vivo gene therapy, for example, the target organ is a liver. The therapeutic transgene is packaged into a delivered vehicle such as a virus and it is injected into the patient. The second approach is ex-vivogen therapy. It is transferring of genes to cultured cells and reinsertion. The targeted cells are removed from the patients and gene therapy is administered to the cells in vitro before they are returned to the patient's body. It is also a technique where genetic manipulations of cells is undertaken remotely and more safely since it is outside the body. Is an emerging therapeutic strategy particularly well suited to targeting a specific organ rather than for treating a whole organisms. This is the process of ex vivo gene therapy. First is isolate cells with genetic defect for a patient. Second is grow the cells in culture. Third is introduce the therapeutic genes. Fourth is select genetically corrected cells and growth. And the last one is transplant the modified cells to the patients. Example of ex vivo gene therapy. First, gene therapy to correct deficiency of enzymes adenosine deaminase. It was performed on a 4-year-old girl, Ashanti De Salva. She was suffering from severe combined immunodeficiency. It causes due to the defect in gene coding for ADA. Dioxin, adenosine accumulate and destroy T lymphocytes. It disrupts immunity that suffer from infectious disease and die at young age. Let's see this photo again. The target organ is a liver. So, how can we treat it using ex vivo gene therapy? The therapeutic transgene is packaged into a delivery vehicle such as a virus. The therapeutic transgene is introduced into a delivery cell such as a stem cells that is often delivered from the patients. The genetically modified cells, example is stem cells, are modified into the laboratory and after that it was re-administered to the patients. For easily to understand the two approaches, let's see this photo. In Vivogen therapy, the genes are transferred into cells while still in the patients. While ex vivo gene therapy, the cells are taken from the patient, the gene is modified in the lab, and the cells are transferred back into the patients. Another one is this photo. In vivo transfer is modified vectors is directly injected into the body, while the ex vivo gene transfers is the tissue cells from patients are cultured and transduced with modified vectors. And transduced cells that produce therapeutic protein are infused back into the body. Gene therapy have disadvantages. The first one is long-lasting therapy is not achieved by gene therapy due to the rapid dividing of cells. Benefits of gene therapy is short-lived. Immune response to the transferred gene stimulates a potential risk to gene therapy. The third one is the viruses used as vectors for gene transfer may cause toxicity, immune responses, and inflammatory reaction in the host. The last one is disorders caused by defects in multiple genes cannot be treated effectively using gene therapy. That's all for my topic and I hope you learned a lot. Thank you for listening and watching. And that's my video lesson. And now let's proceed to the video lesson compilation. This is our video lesson compilation. And now, Let's proceed to the next category, which is my mini backyard garden. That's all my mini backyard gardening. And now let's proceed to the next category, which is my mini simple invention. that's my simple invention, mini water pump. Now let's proceed to my affiliation. I am from College of Teacher Education. And now my miscellaneous. I have here a photo together with my mother and my father. And the last one is disclaimer. No copyright infringement intended. I do not own the pictures, music, and text that included in this site. They are belong to the respective owner. The purpose of this website is for educational purposes. That's all for my website. And again, I am Arceli Soriano. Thank you for watching.